हेलो फ्रेंड्स। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस ऑफ इन्वायरमेंटल बायोटेक्नोलॉजी। सो दिस इज द यूनिट नंबर 2 एंड सेट नंबर 1 of the CPCB Scientist B Environmental Science syllabus. So today in this session we will discuss the multiple choice questions of the bioremediation and phytoremediation. So before starting the questions, we will see what are the different type of remediation technologies. So the remediation technologies are classified into three categories: the physical remediation technologies, chemical remediation technologies, and biological remediation technologies. So here in this presentation, we will discuss about the biological technology of the remediations. So the biological technology of remediations are classified into two categories. First one is the bioremediation and second one is the phytoremediation. So in the bioremediation technologies, we using the microbes for the remediation of the pollutants, and in phytoremediations we using the plants for the remediation of the pollutants. The remediation are classified into two categories: bioremediation and phytoremediation. Bioremediation में हम क्या यूज में लेते हैं? Microbes for the remediation of the pollutants, and in phytoremediation we use the plants for the remediation of the pollutants. So the bioremediation are sub-classified into two categories: in situ bioremediation and ex situ bioremediation. So in situ bioremediation क्या होता है? अगर हम कंटामिनेटेड साइट पे ही अगर रेमिडिएशन प्रोसेस करते हैं तो वो इन सिटू होता है। अगर हम कंटामिनेटेड सोयल को एक जगह से उठा के दूसरी जगह पे ले जाके अगर उसका रेमिडिएशन करते हैं, ट्रीटमेंट करते हैं, तो उसको एक्स सिटू बायो रेमिडिएशन कहते हैं। ठीक है। सो व्हाट आर द टेक्नोलॉजीज ऑफ इन सिटू रेमिडिएशन? सो द फर्स्ट वन इज द बायो ऑगमेंटेशन, बायोस्पार्जिंग, बायोवेंटिंग एंड बायो अटेन्युएशन. And what are the ex situ techniques? Biopiling, land farming, composting, and bioreactor. And what are the phytoremediation technologies? So there are 6 or 7 phytoremediation technologies. So first one is the rhizodegradation, phytoextraction, rhizofiltration, phytodegradation, phytovolatilizations, and phytostabilizations. So these are the processes used in the phytoremediation process for the removal of pollutants. So in the separate class, we will discuss in the detail about all the technologies. Now the first question: what is the bioremediation? What is the bioremediation? Okay, so let's check the options. Bioremediation a process. बायोरेमिडिएशन में क्या होता है? बायोरेमिडिएशन में हम माइक्रोब्स को यूज में लेते हैं पोल्यूटेंट्स को रिमूव करने के लिए. सो लेट्स चेक द ऑप्शंस. द प्रोसेस ऑफ क्लीनिंग ऑफ हैजार्डस वेस्ट यूजिंग द बैक्टीरिया और अदर लिविंग organisms. So this is the right option. Second option: use the genetically modified organisms for agriculture purpose. This is the wrong option. The process of producing biodegradable plastic. No, this is not related to the bioremediation. And the next D is the use of enzymes to break down organic waste. So this is also not a bioremediation process. So the right answer is the first one. The process of cleaning up hazardous waste using bacteria and other living organisms. Now what is phytoremediation? सो फाइटोरेमिडिएशन क्या है? इसमें हम प्लांट स्पीसीज को यूज करते हैं पोल्यूटेंट्स के रिमूवल के लिए. सो लेट्स चेक द ऑप्शंस. फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज द यूज ऑफ प्लांट्स टू क्लीन अप कंटामिनेटेड सोइल एंड वाटर. So this is right option. To use of microorganisms to clean up the contaminated soil and water? No, we are not using the microorganisms. We are using the plants in the phytoremediation. Third one, the physical removal of contaminated soil and water. Again, the wrong answer. This is a biological process, not a physical removal. And fourth one is the chemical treatment. And again, this is the wrong option because it is not a chemical treatment. It is a biological treatment process. So the right option is the first one, A. The use of plants for to clean up the contaminated soil and water. Next question. Environmental biotechnology involves. So let's check the options. The use of microbes to clean up the environment. Yes, this is the right option. Bioremediation. Again, this is the right option. The study of benefits and hazard associated with the GMM. Okay, genetically modified microorganisms. So this is also right option. And fourth one is the all of these. So right answer is the all of these. Next question. Which of the following is an example of phytoremediation? So phytoremediation क्या होता है जिसमें हम पोल्यूटेंट्स को रिमूव करने के लिए प्लांट्स का यूज लेते हैं. So let's check the options. Using bacteria to clean up the oil spill. Wrong option. We are not using bacteria in the phytoremediation. Using fungi to break down the pesticide. This is also wrong answer. We are not using fungi. The using plants to absorb heavy metals from soil. This is the right option. And fourth one is the using enzymes to degrade plastic waste. Again, this is the wrong answer. So the right answer is the third one. We are using the plants to absorb the heavy metals from the soil. Which of the following is not a type of phytoremediation? So there are 7 type of the phytoremediation process. So let's check the options. Phytoextraction is the process of the phytoremediation. Okay. Phytodegradation is also is a process of the phytoremediation. Phytostabilization is also process of the phytoremediation. And last one is a phytophotolysis. So this is the wrong answer. So incursions are not a type of phytoremediation. So the right answer is the fourth one, D. Phytophotolysis is not a type of phytoremediation. Next question. The use of living microorganism to degrade environmental pollutants is known as. So microorganisms का कौन सी प्रोसेस में यूज करते हैं? फाइटोरेमिडिएशन और बायोरेमिडिएशन. So in bioremediations we use microorganisms. So let's check the options. Microremediation, no, in microremediation, nanoremediation, bioremediation, and all the above. So the right answer is the bioremediation is the process of the using of the microorganisms to degrade the environmental pollutants. Which of the following is a common plant used for the phytoremediation? So let's check the option. Corn, wheat, sunflower, and soybean. So the right answer is the sunflower is a common plant that used in the phytoremediation process. What is anaerobic digestion? So anaerobic digestion क्या होता है? ऑक्सीजन की absence में ऑर्गेनिक मैटर का डिकम्पोजिशन anaerobic digestion होता है. So anaerobic digestion is a process of decomposing the organic waste in the absence of oxygen. And what is the example of anaerobic digestion? Biogas. The production of biogas is an example of anaerobic digestion. So let's check the options. So first option is the process of breaking down organic waste in the presence of oxygen. So no, the anaerobic digestions occur in the absence of oxygen. So this is the wrong option. The process breaking down organic waste in the absence of oxygen. This is the right option. The process of converting sunlight to energy. No. This is a separate process. So this is the wrong answer. The process of breaking down inorganic waste using bacteria. So this is a process of bioremediation. So this is again wrong answer. So the right answer is the second one, B. The process of breaking down the organic waste in the absence of oxygen. Next question. Which of the following is a disadvantage? ऑफ यूजिंग फाइटो रेमिडिएशन। सो फाइटो रेमिडिएशन को यूज करने का क्या डिसएडवांटेज है? फाइटो रेमिडिएशन है प्लांट स्पीसीज का यूज करते हैं। सो लेट्स चेक द ऑप्शंस। इट इज ए स्लो प्रोसेस। So this is a this is a disadvantage, because when we are going to apply this process on large scale, so will take mm, several years to remove of the pollutants. It is expensive. This is not disadvantage. This is the benefit of the phytoremediation. Next one, it requires large amount of water. It not large amount, but it requires some amount of the water. Okay, it can cause harm to wildlife. So there is no harm to the wildlife. So this is also wrong option. So main disadvantage is it is a slow process for the phytoremediation. And the next question is, which of the following is the disadvantage of using bioremediation? Okay, again it is for the bioremediation. So in bioremediation we are using microbes. So when we are using the microbes, we require large amount of the waters. Okay, so this is the disadvantage of the bioremediation. So let's check the option. This is the slow process. No, using the microbes, it is a fast process. So this is the wrong answer. It is expensive. Okay, so it is not much expensive, because generally we use the native microorganisms. It can cause the harm to wildlife. Now we are using the native microbes, so it is not harmful for the wildlife. It requires large amount of the water. So this is the right answer, because in the bioremediation process, the large quantity of water required for the to maintain the moisture for the proper development of the microbes. Which of the following bacterium is called as superbug? So which of the following bacterium is called as superbug that could clean up oil spills? So superbug कौन सा बैक्टीरिया होता है? So Pseudomonas putida is the right answer. So this is Pseudomonas putida is a bacteria that is used for the removal of the pollutants, mainly the hydrocarbons. A large number of the hydrocarbons. That's why it's known as a superbug. So the right answer is the Pseudomonas. So what is biomimicry? सो बायोमिमिक्री क्या है? अगर कोई सिस्टम, कोई फिजिकल सिस्टम अगर बायोलॉजिकल सिस्टम की तरह काम करता है तो वो बायोमिमिक्री होती है। जैसे सोलर पैनल है, वो लीप की तरह काम करते हैं, क्योंकि दोनों है सनलाइट का यूज करते हैं और उनको एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट करते हैं। सो दिस इज ए बायोमिमिक सिस्टम। सो लेट्स चेक द ऑप्शंस। द प्रोसेस ऑफ यूजिंग द बायोलॉजिकल प्रोसेस टू ट्रीट द इन्वायरमेंटल पोल्यूटेंट्स। सो दिस इज द रॉन्ग आंसर। The process creating new material inspired by the nature. So this is the right option, because here we are using the sunlight and converting into the different form, either in the food, either in the electricity, okay, through the natural process. Third option is the process of using genetic engineering to produce new organisms. So this is a wrong option. The process of using biodegradable material in manufacturing. This is also wrong option. So the right answer is the B. The process of using new material, creating new material inspired by the nature. Next question. The process of converting environmental pollutants into harmless products by naturally occurring microbes is called as. So let's check the options. So this is a bioremediation process. So in options, ex situ bioremediation. Okay, so the bioremediations are classified into ex situ and in situ process. So there is a separate process also that is known the bioremediation, that is the intrinsic bioremediation. In second option, you can see this is the intrinsic bioremediation, and extrinsic bioremediation. This is there is no any type of this type example of the bioremediation, extrinsic type of bioremediation. So this is a wrong answer. Okay, so in this question the right answer is the intrinsic bioremediation. So this is a conversion of environmental pollutant into the less harmful pollutants, or we can say products, through the by using the natural capacity of the microorganisms. Okay, in this process we are not going to change anything. So whatever the natural capacity of microorganisms, we are going to use that capacity of microorganisms for the removal of the pollutants. So the right answer is the intrinsic bioremediation is the right answer for this question. What is the primary goal of environmental microbiology? So environmental microbiology का primary goal क्या है? So let's check the options. To reduce the negative impact of human activities on the environment. Okay, so this is the right option. To increase the production of greenhouse gas? No, no. We are using the biotechnology to reduce the greenhouse gas emission. To promote deforestation? Again, this is not the prime goal of the environmental biotechnology. It increase the forestation. To increase the use of non-renewable energy sources? Again, this is the wrong answer, wrong option, because the biotechnology increase the use of renewable energy sources. So the right answer is the to reduce the negative impact of human activities on the environment. Next question. So which of the following microbes is widely used in the removal of industrial वेस्ट? सो इंडस्ट्रियल वेस्ट के लिए कौन सा ऑर्गेनिज्म को वाइडली यूज किया जाता है? सो लेट्स चेक द ऑप्शंस. ट्राइकोडर्मा स्पीशीज, एस्परजिलस नाइगर, Pseudomonas putida, and all the above. So the right answer is the Pseudomonas putida is widely used for the removal of the industrial waste. Now the next question. What is the, this is a very important question. What is the process by which microorganisms degrade toxic pollutants, okay, into the harmless compound called? So it is a process of bioremediation, because in bioremediation we use the microbes that degrade the toxic pollutants into less toxic or harmless pollutants. So this is the process of bioremediation. So let's check the option. In first option, bioremediation, yes, right answer. Biomimicry, no, biomimicry is different process. Biodegradation, so let's wait for the biodegradation. And bioprocessing, this is also a separate process. So what is the biodegradation? What is the difference between the bioremediation and biodegradation? So below in the explanation you can see bioremediation is a act of treating the waste or pollutant using the microorganisms, okay, such as bacteria, fungi, and algae to break down the undesirable substances, okay. सो बायोरेमिडिएशन में क्या होता है, हम बैक्टीरिया वगैरह का यूज भी लेते हैं. सो बायोरेमिडिएशन इज नॉट ए नेचुरल प्रोसेस. इसमें हम नेचुरल जो नेचर में प्रेजेंट है वो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स काम में लेते हैं, लेकिन ये नेचुरल प्रोसेस नहीं है. ये एक इंड्यूस्ड प्रोसेस है, एक एंथ्रोपोजेनिक प्रोसेस है, एक आर्टिफिशियल प्रोसेस है, जिसमें हम माइक्रोब्स को पोल्यूटेंट्स के डिकम्पोजिशन के लिए काम में लेते हैं. सो दिस इज द बायोरेमिडिएशन. And biodegradation क्या, generally the biodegradation is a natural process in which the organic substances are degraded by the action of microbes. So there are two differences. Bioremediation is a induced process and the biodegradation is a natural process. Here you can see it is a natural process, okay. And bioremediation mainly used for the both for the organic and inorganic process, and the biodegradation mainly used for the organic waste. So these are the difference. So the right answer for this question is the which one? Bioremediation. Microorganisms remove metals. So let's check the options. Adsorption and complexation, so this is the right option. Adsorptions and precipitation, this is also right option. Adsorptions and volatilization, this is also right option. And fourth one is the all of these. So right answer is the all of these. Which of the following is commonly used as a bioreactor for environmental biotechnology applications? So let's check the options. Stirred tank bioreactor, yes, we are using this bioreactor in biotechnology. The gravity settler bioreactor, yes, this is also right option. The packed bed bioreactor, yes, we are also using the packed bed bioreactor. And fourth one is the all the above. So right answer is the all of the above. Which of the following is an example of microorganisms used in environmental biotechnology for bioremediation? So let's check the options. E. coli, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, Pseudomonas butida, and Streptococcus pyogenes. So the right answer is that Pseudomonas butida is widely used in the environmental biotechnology for bioremediation. Okay, so C, third one is the right option. Which of the following is an example of green chemistry technologies? So green chemistry technologies are mainly based on the microbes or plants. So let's check the options. Biodegradation. So this is an example of green technology, green chemistry technology. Incineration, it is a thermochemical process. So this is wrong option. Landfill is used. These are site used for the waste management. So this is wrong option. And burning of fossil fuel. This is not a green chemistry technique. So this is also wrong answer. So the right answer is the biodegradation. Which of the following is a common microorganisms used in bioremediations? So the right answer is the Pseudomonas aeruginosa. C. So right answer is the Pseudomonas aeruginosa. Which of the following is a potential benefit of using biotechnology for waste treatment? So let's check the options. Reduced cost. This is right option. बायोकेमिस्ट्री बायोटेक्नोलॉजी के यूज से हम कॉस्ट को कम कर देते हैं क्योंकि हम इसमें कुछ एफिशिएंट माइक्रोब्स का यूज लेते हैं सो जिससे अपने वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट की कॉस्ट कम हो जाती है सो रिडक्शन ऑफ कॉस्ट इज ए बेनिफिट सेकेंड वन इंक्रीज इन्वायरमेंटल पॉल्यूशन दिस इज द रॉन्ग ऑप्शन because the biotechnology not increasing the environmental pollutions increasing waste production this is also wrong option it reduce the waste we can reduce the waste by using the biotechnology, increase the reliance on non-renewable sources. Again, this is also wrong option. So the right answer is the reduced cost. Which of the following is an example of phytoremediation technology? तो phytoremediation में क्या होता है plants को use लेते हैं so in first option they are using microbes so this is the wrong answer in second option they are using plants to absorb the pollutants from the soil so this is the right answer in third one they are using fungal species so this is wrong and in fourth one they are using insect again this is the wrong so right answer is using plants to absorb pollutants from soil. Next question, which of the following microorganisms is commonly used for bioremediation of oil spills? So for this question the right answer is the Pseudomonas aeruginosa because the Pseudomonas species are having the wide capacity to degrade the different type of the hydrocarbons, volatile organic carbons and heavy metals. So the right answer is the Pseudomonas aeruginosa used for the bioremediation of oil spills. Which of the following is not a method for composting of solid waste? So composting is a aerobic process होता है जिसमें हम ऑर्गेनिक मैटर का डिकम्पोजिशन करते हैं करके सॉलिड का मैनेजमेंट करते हैं. So let's check the options. Aerobic composting. So this is the right option. Aerobic composting. This is a method of composting. Anaerobic digestion is not a method of the composting because anaerobic digestion is a anaerobic process, and in this process mainly we are using the organic waste. Third one is the vermicomposting. This is the aerobic process, and fourth one is the in-vessel composting. This is also aerobic process. So according to the question, which is not a method? So the anaerobic digestion is not a method for composting of solid waste. So right answer is the anaerobic digestion. This is the process used for the production of biogas. Now the next question, which of the following is not a benefit of using GMO, genetically modified organisms, in environmental biotechnology? So which of the following is not a benefit? Okay, so increase, let's check the option, increased biodegradation of pollutants. So yes, this is the benefit. Increased biomass production, this is also benefit. Increase nutrient cycling, this is also the benefit. And increase the biodiversity, so this is the wrong option. So according to question, this is not a benefit. Increase biodiversity is not a benefit, because when we are going to use the GMO, genetically modified organisms, they organisms replace the native organisms, so they degrade the biodiversity. They are not going to increase the biodiversity because they are harmful for the native species of the microorganisms. So D is the right answer. Next question, which of the following not a type of phytoremediation? So let's check the options. Rhizofiltration is the type of the phytoremediation. Phytodegradation is also type of the phytoremediation. And phytostabilization is also a type of the phytoremediation. And fourth one is the pyrolysis. So pyrolysis is not a type of phytoremediation. Pyrolysis is a thermochemical process that are using for the degradation of the waste material in the absence of oxygen. So the right answer is the fourth one. Pyrolysis is not a type of phytoremediation. Now the next questions. A non-directed physico-chemical interaction between the heavy metal ions, and microbial surface. So इस प्रोसेस को क्या कहते हैं? A non-directed physico-chemical interaction between the heavy metal ion and microbial surface. So this process known as biosorptions. So here you can see this is a biosorbent. Okay. So here these are the metallic ions. So these metallic ions absorbed on the surface of these biosorbents. So this is a example of biosorptions, or we can say this is a definition of biosorptions. Next question. Majority of the waste produced by the commercial industries have better result when treated by. So जो भी वेस्ट प्रोड्यूस होता है, अगर उसका हम फिजिकल, केमिकल और बायोलॉजिकल ट्रीटमेंट्स में से अगर हम उसका बायोलॉजिकल ट्रीटमेंट करते हैं तो उसके ज्यादा बेनिफिट होते हैं और बेटर रिजल्ट्स आते हैं. So let's check the options. So biological methods, yes, chemical, physical and physico-chemical. So the right answer is the first one. Biological methods give the better results when we are using for the treatment of the commercial industrial waste. Which of the following microorganisms leach metals out of rock ore and can accumulate silver? So this is mainly the definition of the biomining. ओके, बायोमाइनिंग में क्या होता है? एक माइक्रोब्स है, वो एक पर्टिकुलर ओर से पर्टिकुलर मेटर को लीच आउट कर देता है. सो द राइट आंसर इज इन दिस क्वेश्चन. लेट्स चेक द ऑप्शंस. द Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Thiobacillus, Pseudomonas putida, and Juglia remigera. So the right answer is B. Thiobacillus is used for the leach out the metals, and it is also help in the accumulation of the silver. So the next question, which of the bacteria is considered for the biological leaching? So biological leaching क्या होता है? So biological leaching को हम bio leaching या bio mining भी कहते हैं. ठीक है, आप नीचे एक्सप्लेनेशन में देख सकते हो bio leaching और bio mining. So this is a process of mining, or we can say biohydrometallurgy. ये क्या होता है? This is natural process of interaction between the microbes and minerals that extract the valuable metals from a low grade ore with the help of microorganisms such as bacteria and archaea. Okay, so let's check the options. These are the thiobacillus, oxidants. So this is right option. Thiobacillus ferrooxidans and ferrobacillus ferrooxidans. And fourth one is the all the above. So right answer is the all the above. All these microbes or we can say bacteria are used for the biological leaching or mining. So right answer is the fourth one. So friends, thank you so much for watching this video. अगले वीडियो में फिर मिलते हैं, तब तक के लिए नमस्कार.